On Ballpark Cam up and running in the concrete jungle. Yankees back at home. It's going to be a hot one. Tigers are in town. Temperature upwards of what? 98 degrees?
98 degrees.
Which is better than...
Which is better than NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
If we've taught you anything.
That's right.
You're welcome. Tigers have had so much to be excited about as they say goodbye to a legend, and they welcome a few young studs to their organization, and we are blessed to have one of them in studio with us, Kerry Carpenter on the Crushed Red Velvet. Good morning
How you doing, man?
to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us.
I'm thankful to be here.
How was the traffic coming in?
A little overwhelming for me coming from a small town,
Yes.
so I'm glad that I didn't have to drive.
Dira, what was the first thing you said? You said he looks like who?
He's got a little Max Fried vibe.
Do you
to
think
him.
so?
I mean,
Little
a little
Clark
bit.
Kent-ish.
There is kind
Good-looking
of that
son of a gun.
Abercrombie and Fitch kind of look
Abercrombie
to
and
it.
Fitch, but he did say something. I've never seen Max Fried with a hat.
Without a hat.
That's
Without a
true.
hat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So,
it's
we
hard
don't
to
know,
tell.
right? We don't know the swag, the solid.
Kerry,
kind of pop.
what has this journey been like for you? Because, I mean, just reading your bio, first of all, 19th round draft pick.
Which is...
Out of Virginia Tech, and you decide to, hey, all right, I'll take you up on your offer. I mean, there's not a lot of 19-round picks that get to the big leagues, much less have an impact. What's the journey been like for you?
It's been crazy, and I've said it before, and I'll try to keep the story short, but like I always figured that I could hit, and I knew I could hit, and nothing else really popped off popped off when you watch me. So other than the fact that I could hit, and I didn't really hit that well at Virginia Tech, so like I got picked right where I should have gotten picked, but I knew I was better. I knew I had better talent. I just didn't perform up to the level I should have, and so it was kind of like journey in the minor leagues, figure it out, and see
That's
if I could reach my
incredible
full potential.
self-awareness to have. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not something that everyone is blessed with. It's self-awareness and confidence. Where does that come from?
Oh man, probably my upbringing, my mom, my dad, and honestly, like from the Lord. And so that's kind of what has gotten me through this. And just having that self-awareness is something that I didn't always have. And so being blessed with that now and being able to look honestly at myself about my game, about anything in my life. So that's kind of where it comes from.
You've talked about how your family believed in you, maybe even when you didn't. Your family kind of saw the talent early.
Oh yeah.
Is that the case? Tell me how they got you here.
Oh man, I don't know. I never was super in love with baseball growing up, and I knew I was pretty good. I didn't really know how good I was. And my mom and sister were kind of like, "Hey, you should like try to work hard and see where this goes."
You know,
We tell Robert all the time.
right. Hey, you know,
That's
if you want to
you
maybe
could be
work
good.
hard, it wouldn't be the worst thing.
Exactly, and I was like, you know what, that I may try to do that. And so I started, I don't know, hitting more, and I started hitting better. I was like, there's something to this. And so I was a late bloomer in high school, so I ended up going to JUCO, but that was kind of where it started, was my mom and sister were like, encouraged me in that regard.
That's cool.
Oh my God, Kerry, you're speaking my language, man. I fell in love with baseball late, kind of like yourself, late bloomer to the sport. What were your passions like, not including baseball growing up as a kid? Like, what were you into?
Well, growing up, this is kind of crazy, but I wanted to go in the military. That's what was my plan. And so when I was in middle school, I was doing stuff to kind of prepare for that. Oh. And my mom and sister they were just like, hey, you can work and you can do all that stuff like your whole life, but you can't play this game forever. So that was kind of my big passion, at least in like kind of elementary school, middle school.
Yeah.
And then it turned into baseball.
Take me in through the clubhouse right now. I like asking guys middle of the year or well later in the year, but take me into, you know, the Miguel Cabrera days in the clubhouse, the AJ Hinch. Like, what's that like been, you know, for your this year?
It's been awesome. Much more comfortable in there this year. I had never been to a big league spring training before I debuted last year, so I was like completely the new face in the clubhouse last year. But this year it's been awesome. Like being able to experience Miggy for a full season, his last season, him getting honored everywhere. Watching, I mean, he's been raking for the past couple months, and I'm like, this is incredible to watch. I'm either watching him from the on deck circle or from the dugout, and so it's been special. AJ's such a good manager, like good communication. It's just a well-run like organization that they have going on.
How
there.
cool is it
It's
when
cool
you
to be a part of it.
see, you know, every time he gets a hit, he's either passing Babe Ruth,
Yeah.
Ted Williams. I mean, how crazy is that, right?
it's every day. It's like he he had 4 hits the other day, and one of them passed I think George Brad or something like that. I'm like, it's just a new person every single day.
Yeah.
What's the best gift he's gotten?
Oh wow, you'd probably have to ask him. There's some cool like bottles of I think from his hometown, like rum from his hometown
Nice.
in Venezuela.
you
which
got
is
that in
cool.
Miami.
Saddle, yeah. So there's some cool stuff. Yeah.
What's the best advice he's given you?
Well, just to get hits the other way. That's kind of like yeah.
Easy as that.
I like that. Yeah.
He has
like
some
that.
great advice like that where it's just like, dude, just get your hits, just get hits the other way. I'm like, you make it look easier and sound easier than it actually is. So, but he's awesome. Just being present in the moment and just like always staying on the fastball and going from there.
What do you do for
Hey,
fun
Kerry,
in
I
Detroit?
know-
Oh, sorry, D-Row, go ahead.
No, Kerry, I know we're going to go over to the skybox in a minute and kind of go over the fact that you revamped your swing, but was there a moment, an A-B, something you can go back to where you clicked somebody and you're like, all right, I got this? Can you put it on one singular moment, or was it a slow burn?
I'd probably go with the Chris Sale at bat that I had in Fenway.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Because so my first at bat.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah. So I was sitting slider, got a slider, and I like popped out to center, and because I'm not good at sitting pitches, like I'm much better at being on the fastball. For some reason, it helps me hit the off speed better. And so I told the hitting coach before, I was like, I'm just gonna get back on the fastball. I know he's probably gonna go slider, but I just have to get on the fastball. He threw me a sinker in. For a ball, and I was like, oh, he's probably just trying to speed me up. And then he threw me 2 sliders, and he left one over the middle, and I hit it out, and I was just like, okay, this is that was pretty cool. And being able
Okay,
to stay
people
in
are going to start feeling me.
Absolutely.
Kerry, when you look at your Tigers team and where the franchise is headed, we talked about it last week. You can see some growth and the potential there with yourself and Spencer and Riley and the arms that you have. Where do you kind of see this franchise and this organization at this point?
It's amazing. This experience that we're all getting, 3 young guys hitting in the middle of the order, getting everybody's best stuff. So the results are going to be the results, but it's a learning experience for us too, and it's just going to help us grow as hitters. And the pitching staff, I mean, all these guys are so young. Like, we're getting guys back, like Casey Mize looks great again.
Yeah.
So, like, it's exciting for the future, and to see that it's could happen for the next 5 or 10 years, hopefully.
Right.